Young to go con view. Yes, again, and a venue had to go a lot of it. Say, when check them see. What was in the garam see? We have a chiwako. Get you no corner of the Bassa Bible.
Baby, let me catch you say. Let me catch you say. Now, put naturally, face your wound. Son of Papa, yeah. He's coming from the powers of giving direction. Sanko Fono, Baby of fee. Or they give authority and direction. As I make it in him fear for a moment, yet it's your more fear and him fear for. They always give direction. People who are close to Napo, some more Casanwa, I am who say. If Napo becomes a running mate and eventually becomes the vice president, it's not easy. The class of Napo be kata bamu bamia. How? Where? Sabamia is smart. I want to see only ding. Why are a lot of people pushing for the agenda of Napo?
MPP delegate bomb share they do a with small intimidation and small money. Please, they can or dog gun and in uncle closing the businesses no. Don't can MA campaign. No corner near anything.
And paying for your mom position key portfolios. No, this is the time. Can it not mean ko biya bako? Relay the information to them. One no say, in your own small way being appreciation can Shaibu. Where are they? This election is the most dangerous election since 1992. The most dangerous election since 1992. Shaibu, the regional minister, I will lead demonstration against ECG Greco over Dumso Ashanti regional minister. ECG ni Greco. ECG the Greco cut 2.4 billion Ghana cedis. Mamin Kasam Chow. Regional minister, they know yeah, same time he lacks emotional intelligence. Mamin Kasam Chow. To play is safe, not to have problem because the regional minister is the head of the RSEC. Election will be here input. Yeah. Ashanti regional chairman won't be here input. Napo as the energy minister will be here input. These are big men in the party. For you to have a peace of mind, meanwhile, I'll bypass all these two people. Look for one person who hails from the Ashanti region, then I make him the running mate. Okay. The future of the new patriotic party is in shambles. The future of the party, baby a hekakono, a yakwako that ditching. The NPP man is extremely careful. Breaking the 8 and possible. The 8 to create a lot of confusion in the new patriotic party. They're not going to break the 8, they are going to break the party.
Okay. Abushan for Makwaba, Emma Bartanase. I say a solid TV. Kai say production in a free Ken studio, Ewo Ghana. Say production a free solid TV studios after the Ken studio. I from Ghana. Obesan ahun was solid TV onyake to FN Storm TV so. Medin e de Shaibu Lasis na me ka we say subscribe to the channel. Na kai say obe like page no aya share link na sharing is caring. Ana yesi nkonya enche Franco da hita eba bekam ho na ensem no aye buburuja. Na nyina ne say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the MPP flag bearer ne running mate. Hwan ana obo ne din da ben ana obo din. Na for now no edin mienu ana because yenim ne yate na yempo obe settle on one. That is Dr. Yaw Aduchum, the MP for Bosomtwe and Minister of Education, and a Dr. Maitupoku Prempe, the MP for Mensha South and Minister of Energy. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so the National Council for Ometimi aswevi Ghana for nyina akwa for obia onka enipa na omo context no. Yatete se per the information available HSA Dr. Maitupoku Prempe yebetima bonitin any moment from now. That is your checks, the yatete. And come on yedi. But adia bechim ya budina ebetimi asesa. But the information at top form aye PV2 and so they say see about Dr. Maitupoku Prempe dia MPP na Ashanti ye say ka besimu say ta na chama wuntumi afane de na Dr. Maitupoku Prempe afane de reason any day me twam ho aba me ba Franco da hita ebe kame Abushan for ya tenase biem hwe me sabunkum so a ba bia me mete dia me sabunkum wa hwe me de won sanifa Franco da hita abe kame Franco akwaba
mejo so see you
na ho ye
nyame adaroma me yi so ho ye
and na machines no edi ye ham
oh yeah
Abushan for anya video no anhwe no anyime as usual say o mo hwe ba me say ene omenya no lunch time no masanya no sapa na ene ye ba be di nkomo ba me ka hwefo na tie for say subscribe to the channel solid tv na kai say oba like page no yes sharing is caring timi sira so saka link we ya mental kai say oba share ama all the continent ewo wiase nyina obi abenya bi Ghana fo am wo amanone mo try say mo be pushi na obi ansa ka bi me say solid tv your core mandate your objective ni say you be pushing the agenda of Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akumpeko Japan. Apart from Kennedy Kwame Akumpeko Japan, information you be more undiluted no. There can be a NDC assembly na say ya ebeka, enyen so ebeka. The MPP assembly na ya ebeka, ya enyen so a yebeka. Enti sa na sitie hye no so ne hu ni sa. But so official information about Kennedy Japan there. This is the right channel. Franco,
Esio.
what is shadow see you nka?
Oh, no, I'm not papa yakasa. Ma menchia no bi obi a na obi bia wo hwe bia no na enchia no. Da bia me kasa it is an honor and a privilege to be on this show. It has an honor. Say me we amount for them no more offices. They make us nyankopon show bia shaibo. We are in to render service as usual. Jam set.
Mame na menu aba Selena Danso of New Jersey.
Okay.
Me dana say menu aba the oil mensa maniso.
Okay.
He has contributed towards the camera.
I'm sure.
Baby Obiano, your man, a very good one afternoon. I know we be a what my Biano.
I'm sure we are.
I'm sure Miss Ajamo, a tenant catcher.
After say she and we maintaining.
Wow, man, me Russian South.
That
was say what tenant.
Michiano.
No one make us.
Say Parker, the men can I send you. Parker, I jail now, no person. Uncle. Parker.
So better than but Frank, when never didn't come up, but before then, me say. So what to say? Regional Minister, I'm the managing director of ECG in Ashanti region. ECG, Esha Dr. Matupuku Prempas.
Yes.
And your baby didn't come in for running meet. I'm saying the touch is the name about for running meet to your baby didn't come. But before them, better many Ghana for didn't come. I have four more team. Titu more Dr. Kennedy Kwame Akumpeko Japan. All over the country. All over the world. Yes, Ramo. Said the more respected Honorable Ken, more respecting the views. Said the Honorable Ken a boom. Now mo calling on him say he should contest our contest saying oh boom most emphasize need man. Yet to abawie Honorable Ken say he is still an MPP person. Honorable Ken say he will need the MPP vehicle say or the be Ghana esiwo. Obi fra obi ya say ana Ken onko independent. And I cannot go independent. Abusha for. And yet Ken and can a person this time calling the leader of the New Patriotic Party, but only MPP delegates. A difference of 100 cities. No more Tom Shebre. I'm a yaw. Not MPP delegates number one. Mamma say Ken Japan and co independent. Abusha maybe some same. Ghana, who person who win a very successful electioner, you need close to $100 million and assist. Minimum, when I say one you should do about $60 million. Now we shall for you Musa who say, young fire nine, Ewura Kennedy Japan shoes. Walk November 4th, both super delegates and November 4th. What Tom my money in an one more crano, he might have spent close to $20 million. Young Sikano, if you infant a buyer. Honorable Ken. Oko America, Ghana for years omra redefine. Sebi. Ni plan take the crown police. So I thought they need to so give you a beneka. Oko UK so the same thing. Me aminia Arafat or donate £1,000 towards Honorable Ken campaign. You know be donate. But Ghana elections and your T-shirt. Say metal T-shirt national election. It's about money. Tia money coin. Yentina say now organizing the home. The Kennedy Japan whisker. No, I got time close to $20 million. Abba neko. No one sanka call for another $60 million. Now 77 previous. We bush any Kennedy Japan. Will you tell him so Uncle Rich $40 million? An election. Ghana for Yantin, ye may be say, ye better by the independent candidate. She Ghana for. As some make up say, Uji Ghana for Edi. Na who Ghana for Subaya. My December 7th, Mra. Siyawa MPP Eddie Ghana for Kumedua. Oh, we are still MPP. ne akoto wiase NDC ne akoto se allant me make an impact and be ka che be inform Ghana ni bia say wobetim do sika aba an independent ti yesre ye ho menim se kamunya kaka in Japan a leader of even not the MPP but Ghana ba mo mianu nsuo ntwen ope nyame mre ene mre pa si nyame ka se ken obra so obi antimi nya nhwe ana ken ana el pa ke se wodo MPP eche Ghana na abuchuna foi but nyame so se do yonko se wo ho wanka se do yonko eche wo ho di ken wodo Ghana ne nyina no onko close ni businesses no na onfa sika na eme campaign na okoda anye ya ne ye ne den me I don't trust Ghana for MPP delegate bo mo share na edu odo mo koye no with small intimidation and small money please me timatipa me secretary in the Japan a leader of the new patrol also a leader of Ghana can me enjoy me boa because them na nante edu ba no bomi din e de ye mfato ho at least ka can be president and can me onya mesa but amana sa I was here so dwene papa no e ka wabo ana mo nso a mo dia regional campaign coordinators no tisa cha amankwa mesra mo me bo cha amankwa ni aka mesra mo na ka de Japan di adwuma no share mo nsa na mo appointed constituency reps constituency coordinator mo ye ka de Japan adwuma se Kennedy wene ya enka all the regional campaign coordinator you will get a position ebi kwa ka mo nka asem constituency coordinators so please honorable Ken ahia mo adamase wono mo akasa oye party mba so you people should also go and call mo constituency rep na mo show appreciation what are they called election and jobbing reps of one who they were peeved
me once my can enter my din say I've gotten a lot of reports.
Yes,
reports are people are saying say at mo camp no mo nya appreciative because if obi obe catch us e bia nyeke dia compare kwa Japan e bia the NPP na bia ombosuno mo me kakra ye say but me yi manim ri koye Kennedy adwuma no even after elections I'm not being appreciated. Yes. I'm not being acknowledged. They said they will see can empanyufo a yedi dibre bi share omonsa na sa nkofo no they should go down to the grassroots. Yes. People are they contracted them to help Kennedy compare kwa Japan. Even just a phone call can even make the person happy. So one recognize them.
Me the nasefi Kennedy Japan the man say juma ye ne ani so. Na mo de ato abawie honorable Ken wone mo adi nkomo.
Yes.
Ye auto party was meant for all the regional coordinators and some selected people. Yes.
Why don't you give it to the grassroots?
More point of some constituent coordinator. For instance, Chairman Kwame Bodina Kasemo. So Honorable Ken Ebeye, leader of the party, and subsequently become the president. And capture the position be our PBA Obeji. And some be our and it lies on you. Also, but for constituency reps. No, what that or master on behalf of Honorable Ken. Look, I'll be said that me share Jabini. What's on ya call?
Me say. Me no cry you call folks ye. You call folks ye with the
yes.
I even got a complaint over there. Say Franco Muna Mobile in Ken, I'm saying that man is and you see people are registering their displeasure. No my no, they are not happy. They say no one can say they are so and paying for a mom position key portfolios. No, this is the time. Can it no mean ko bia bako. Relay the information to them. Mon no masse. In your own small way being appreciation can shaibu. Where are they?
Me constituency. Electoral area coordinators. I wasn't a constituency coordinator, but electoral area coordinator because of that's where I'm coming from. Franco, or mom, me far through beard that question. This simple thing, the constituency and the regional campaign, you can't do it.
Message,
he want to complain, he want to blame.
People are, let me tell you, so it is better identifying the problem, you get solutions to the problem. Say who can be here so be call papa ho. No ho catch up papa. No man kasa matrase. A device strategy to look for your people and turn them ashaibu monye. Because people are registering their displeasure. Among for kasa wo ho, among for diyaw. I know big people who were in the camp of media company kwa Japan. Na anwada about mkoto ye ewo wenji constituency. Minim sa branch be huna say amu ane ba ko bi. Omo so no mo campaign team ho ewo bono hafo. They also complaining. Say do okra no empay for kwa na obona afo no omunka bibia kra nche omo ebi o ohia just a thank you call am I Jaibu we dem jade ma why ye ho adwuma kwa be fa so no papa be di nkomo sometimes you have to bypass protocol go to your father let him know the reality they be am cancel leaders no e be no be kra kwa e koso fo mo munimo omunim, so it's a fine opportunity for you. Deal with it. Most of them because more and I'm my election in you.
Yes, yeah, mama another show dance here, ma.
Aha, India be bisawi. Some more mad and Kasa Mutumaju, some babadia. And ya now Bible make catch you appreciate them.
Yeah.
No more Musa, you want to be a man. Say, where you're
Timisramo, wow, yeah, Juma, Edema Honorable Ken in the various constituency. Major Honorable Ken and Nemo, Dawase, Yanni Sodi or ye. But when we say at the appropriate time, Mobetianka. Miss Obia Juma Bio, ye, and a company Honorable Kenya South Wood. Yet Damunina Masse. We had some pie from a near Waswa, ye, we about also be Damase. Asha for Baba Damas, more now platform beer. But or more a day campaign show in the region. They should have called the constituency rep and say hi on behalf of Honorable Ken. We say thank you. Nanka Assembly say Maya, just take it from me. But me say and Kunimdiano a beba in the subsequent years to come. Na honey in her benjo. Thank you.
That's you.
Say see at the woman say
yes.
Dr. Mahmoud Bomia, umpo, so you running meet. Umpo, so you running
yes.
But I was said this time, they'll say a tested Dr. Mahmoud Bomia has our boss on part, where Bema. Now, obey to me, I swear the Ghana for from pressure, eba, from fictitious petitioners. Say, young fan na po, young fan duchum, young fan na toshi, and now I say a dreadful form by be said, almost here ba. Obey to me, I bold. No why de kufa do ye ni bi de je kofo eye ni bi na afeso national council for so atuma Dr. Mahmoud Bomani maka che ne se ba bi ade na e ka kono se MPP pe se break it ya these two candidates also swerve them because confusion e ba Ashanti region but per me checks information are available to me now HSA about running meeting na Dr. Mahmoud Pokupe for nan o lead aye that information and I make muntie me you mama nyama no subone run meeting ade abechi am ya bodi kwetimi sisa national count me ka se onom ni no ye mpe no ye ma kwansa fa ni pa afrobra and information so che say se about Dr. Mahmoud Poku prepedin a MPP na Ashanti region ye de se ka besim na muadwa reason is say ye say Dr. Mahmoud Poku prempe oni cha ma wontumi kwa reconciliation. Now reconciliation mo ye no eye masede machro na so mamu na mitrim reconciliation because Dr. Matopoku Prempe so team ne say she the ma Dr. Matopoku Prempe it mean Ashanti region ye the be share nsem kwan also be for to betima deliver Ashanti region ne say also be party structures na akwa use odene kwaku apia na constituency chairman na omukọ ye for according to Chamaluta, omukọ sign petition eje 5 billion say ye fan Matopoku Prempe mano or then when you show no more deliver Ashanti region e basa chama wuntumi so one ne man so musu be di bone wa Ashanti region na bone die no isi akwampo no e firi ase because Matopoku Prempe na oda energy minister no na region minister ene chama wuntumi so pray dia ma duchum entim enam saa otan no nti ama ECG ni akwa disconnect light e wo Kumasi Technical University ama region minister I instruct say yen kwankwoche no ne kala Matopoku Prempe wantima ye na adwuma yi or sabotage aban because Kumasi Technical University eye aban institution fanku se sia MPP run meeting se baumi amodi ntema party obeguna sa run meeting abo
Sabu unso ba yedi wo kasa nyina ma yedi you see the future of the new patriotic party is in shambles. The future of the party baby akeka kono eya kwakọ dadechi the NPP man extremely careful say bo mani be bo mo so no breaking the 8 no enya possible but breaking 8 to create a lot of confusion in the new patriotic party.
Or maybe break party not even an 8.
They're not going to break the 8, they are going to break the party.
Okay.
But how things are going since the Fourth Republic I started year to aba ye free South coup d'etat rule military rule JJ Rollins jutum say year to aba ye nyimpa info this vice president running mate iba amanfo adodo na omba be running mate sometimes they are no majority of them they are no. And then be magas oh Shaibula Sisi bedru ano ni akwa body infofro. And be magas say be Austin bedru ni akwa body infofro. Nobody thought say JJ Rawlings will go for and defend John Evans Atamos. That time John Evans Atamos, he was a lecturer at events in Legon. No, I said I knew all that known. No, I said he belonged to the National Democratic Congress. I can't remember I said I want to pay VC. I was Legon when me and when though it's a true NDC person. But in terms of political circle arena, no. This is one person in terms of no be until the name no. But JJ, they see 1992. Our Kofa who is a politician. Or the Akabekane, he saw a lot of frictions and problems in the NDC, especially when it comes to governance. Obi be a politician, be an okofan young politician, ba one year extremely careful, you have issues.
Was a politician also a political ambition.
The donors who are base. And it's any panel, always if you're dealing with them, that's a one year extremely careful, you have issues. So JJ Rawlings realized very fast, you know, for a friend Evans Atamos. No, Kofa Melson, no. Mills also your agents are the Kakono. I also look for someone, say, be a JJ Rawlings, you are. And eventually, Kofa Martinami do mornings, he couldn't help them. Even one time, cry, you're more ready, didn't John the man, Mamma Credino. There was a whole lot of issues. Yeah. Now look at already Daily J. Kufo from Aduba time, Aduba Kufo, my mere friend, Mr. Roland, a child, I did Kufo before Aliu Muhammad, and it's Anomano. But let me tell you one thing. If you look at the perfect combination of J. Kufo and Aliu Muhammad, you didn't see any friction. Yeah. Aliu Muhammad was a businessman.
So as a civil engineer,
my main cast, I'm sure, permanent checks. J. Kufo, now he wants someone who is hailing from the north and who is the Dagomba person.
Yes, say J. Kufo.
Yes.
Or the Aliu Muhammad, because Aliu Muhammad financing the campaign. Say to Bimbra.
Chami. Asamnan Waka.
Or Kofa we ba.
Asamnan Waka.
Not neck.
Asamnan Waka. Yes, a neck. Or Kofani Panaba. J. Kufo says any power with him. Or Kofa Sani Panaba. J. Kufo some impen. Na J. Kufo him in Catens. Aliu. Na there be no near neighbor. Una ko pes kamye campaign is anoma. Now won't mean vice president.
So simple.
Oh, so make so for be bra. There be as me was I don't wait to make you you are going to be my running mate. Running mate for people go for people they are in bed or aligned with them.
Or tenase.
Yes, they are in their vision.
Or man or qua or man on your cool.
Thank you, my brother. And if you look at even John Dramani Mama, money didn't crown. The Rawlings wasn't happy. Because Rawlings says no more person, I may bet more idrusu. But if you look at our friend Evans Atamos, any Ahoy brothers make sure say some coach JJ Rawlings and explain matters to JJ Rawlings. JJ Tiffany anybody was in a body said John Dramani Mama never made the running meet. He wasn't happy.
But also self to so JJ a 2 million na one fan a cost. Because far a politician, also no more for far politician, he also has an ambition.
Yes.
Hwekwanya yenka say sebi owo
yes.
By hwekwanya Mahama be president.
Besine. The death of J.E. Amos, people still see say and then a natural death.
Yes.
People still see because whether reality or concocted, you see CCTV cameras and never bought them when you do. You see the net to car bucket in a call, you pick a bucket in a call. And if you look at the story surrounding the death of J.E. Amos, and
you're good as a politician.
Yes. I'm telling you.
Because he killed 19.
Well, if you look at already friend Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, when he was the deputy bank or a governor of Bank of Ghana, he wasn't in the books of Akufo-Addo to appoint him as a running mate. Nipa na Akufo-Addo ni money. Papa is on Ayinami Boniface. Amen Nijawula.
Yeah.
My maybe a friend Haji Aliu Muhammad. Sound Kofono. No me sound Kofona. People will say this is the time for them because these are people who are sacrificed for the party.
Because President Nanado presented these names.
Yes. So
and a neck for rejected Uncle from that.
I'm so Uncle from that. There be a catcher.
But neck for so powerful, sir.
Yes, very powerful.
I remember running like flag better.
Very powerful. They also have more opportunities to work for Nipa Fabra. But they also look at circumstances beyond it.
Because the bad sentiment.
Yes, that mean when elections are, we have to tell you. Maybe any part of crowd in the back and want some crack
blemish.
Thank you, my brother. So if you look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I buy for carbon phobia they hail from the north. And I can't ask them the children and didn't do another Akufo-Addo. And he went in for ready didn't edit your friend say Mahmoud Bawumia. Even Bawumia Pobano, there was a serious component problem in the New Patriotic Party. They don't know him to be an NPP person.
They are conformed to a
Thank you. Thank you. So if you look at Robert saying too, he was the general secretary of the party. He stood against it.
Yeah.
This is not a party person. How can you bring an alien into the New Patriotic Party to become a running mate? Until let's give him a waiver. Akufo-Addo is on and a pair. And I'm so okay. For the first time, as a National Executive Council, let's understand and allow Akufo-Addo to bring any candidate he wants to bring on board.
I heard Akufo-Addo MPP in Ghana.
Yes.
And he told them, say, Osha Kofo Kona, ya and say, Nipa 17, made the Baumia Ba, he's not a politician, or any interest to become the president. Then we are with the Madia Co.
Never my joiner for mammy.
We are with the Madia Co.
Me, Mobi or Bemba or Miapa. When Akufo-Addo won the elections, the person talked to me point blank, say, after the exit of Akufo-Addo, Baumia will exit.
Yeah,
they told me point blank, close associate to Baumia. I'm saying Baumia didn't need to move that. Say Baumia person the prem. Say Baumia can't am show ni pardon it say watch. It's a sa at any particular moment. Ni pardon, as one can fact one. Ni pardon it say watch. It means it's at any particular moment. When you are not in power is different. When you win power is different. Shabu, we made my show catch Shabu and then yes coming match 100 Ghana. Scanning be doing in some no cash what they can be believe. I will just be free. One Dr. Mahmoud Baumia was our presidency head. Even vice president, look at the kind of things I'm enjoying. Now, if the president, I didn't mean to me. Then he prefers he wanted to be the president. Second, when he can't catch us, say, a Japanese document, or man catches say they want to obscure the mantle from the Ashanti to the northern people.
Yeah.
If you look at in terms of scale of preference, northern people, no, Baumia is the leader. They didn't know about Baumia.
Yeah.
Saibu, their cost to MPP Munina, blame Nina, a Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Why must he be blamed?
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And then the kind of problems, confusion, and with the new patriotic party in naming a running mate. Chabu, who started follow politics actually since 1992. Ebesi na anwa da ye you running mate for you. That Ben was say ye bo running mate dia, and I see a running mate akwa contest.
That be ye lobby
people lobby. And only paro in sumasi the people lobby. Na anwa da kwa jo mama kwa bo ma mi di. People were still lobbying.
Yeah.
Wanted to be
because
the running mate.
Ebi say onfa Kupuku.
Thank you.
Kupuku with my mom.
Ebi so onfa Kofi Boache. Ebi so onfa we. Ebi so onfa we.
Samuel Sapon.
Yes, Samuel Sapon. Ebaya Kwadwo Bonsu nyina. People look at the political areas. How you can get your votes. How you can destabilize another opposition party in this no. People look at that area. But Mama opted said Debbie, I'll go for Mami and the Eddie J. Mama, whether she was in the process of getting it, and as she was even lobbying until once Debbie. And the NDC gradually eventually they've gotten a running mate. Obama Minidino, who say I'm out for sorry, Caso more pressure. Thank you. Now, Saibu, if you look at Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, he was too desperate to become the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party. Underline word. Too desperate to be the flag bearer and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. Because a group by no one said no, at the end, it's to be the president. And you know, Saibu, Obi was a desperate national party. And he goes beyond his limit.
Yes. Yes.
Shabu. And maybe before some other two super delegates, no matter two abano, it came out. Meaning so yes say.
Yeah.
Joe Wise, John Kuma,
Napo,
Aduchu,
Natoshi, and Osla.
Good. But to break it down to the Ashanti region, see a two abani. Now our constituency is honor. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia bet a lot of votes. It means that you are too popular. Sani pare be running meet.
But when you say per the information
yes.
If it is really true, then Dr. Manuel and running mate in Akoso.
Yes.
Well, I say John Kuma.
Yes.
Because running mate is poison.
Oh yes, that is why those doctors about Bonte reports about. So a man for me quite being said the report is fictitious.
Let me tell them. Let me tell you them something.
Yes.
The woman
yes.
is winning chance.
And I make us say,
sure. Dr. John Lele John Kuma.
Yes.
Now we nim see ya poison. We nim so blue. And yes, sir, me busa MPP for.
Yes.
And the party for me say, Franco, what one so kwesi apia na aid no.
Yes.
Oboa ne pa. I dey ma kwesi apia be na anyi se okopa adwuma ma. So so kwesi apia was say Franco and me call pa adwuma GF ama wa.
That means who say
won't me nya adwuma and ase bia on pese obetu kwan na o kire ye basa. John Kuma ni aid. Konka on bia man John Kuma pa adwuma wo GR ma no.
Okay.
Asa no bu.
Okay.
John Kuma e be check cars.
Okay.
E ma nipa no a promise wo mo. Cars ebi omo Toyota Hilux and other cars.
Who say the time ni sha?
Who say the time ni sha? No sate nipa no so to me support. Ye musa se na sisa ba bi wo.
Yes.
John Kuma yi skama abusuani ba ko se ye fa nkra no kwa aburuche de ebi sibia no. Se be nkra no o mabra bonye basa.
Oh, so ma mre kra sha.
And because of running mate.
And I make say Bawumia is too desperate to be the president. To me catch or say, if you look at some point from Bomudinya, reported it can be about say, see a 2 abani now our constituency wait mania the larger of votes no, you will be the running mate for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And unti and the Bama Kwabna lawyer will have issues with John Kuma. John Kuma be everything within his means to make sure say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia will have a resounding victory.
90%.
What I say?
95%.
Yes. No say chairman Sabos be catch say Mahmoud Bawumia bet 80%. He's also working at the constituency. Joe Wise or working at his constituency. So you could see say Napo obi a adwuma do to obi a adwuma because they promised them. So who are bet to two no ye. Now Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bet a larger votes our constituency no automatically won't know about the running mate. So Shaibu the election verification here tax you making sure say your master system no clear the establishment versus obia you create confusion ni problems abono be kwa fa udi wo be kwa do say ma won to you so you credit nipa na you dia film em de say won aka credit camp no edru baabi yeso ayikwasi kuna du ho yeso obi ayi fence credit nipa e je ye ni dia film
David ye ni dia film general secretary na reign state
what I say ye ni dia film just because say nipa is in line with the credit compare kwa Japan. So if you look at Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he wanted to get about 90% of the votes. More beyond way and the masses, but eventually it couldn't come true. Shaibu.
So maybe say
yes,
should Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia partly be blamed for Nema a cause of party as far
as partly be blamed? That's adjective one qualified me. Greater blame should go to Mahmoud Bawumia. Greater blame
for running sense.
Yeah, for running mate. Another, if you look at the confusion in Ashanti region, and now MPP Ashanti region, a dead demwa is about running mate.
Now, unim. Ejana aso ase no a omuhu no soro no se omubọ na podi ho
it's about running mate
ade besi original
yes Shabu
na omeka da meboa omubọ ni din wi because Napo is not ready to work with Chama.
Mama can some chiro maybe you might have your information also have my information Shabu let me tell you one thing. I want to look straight into the eyes of the camera and tell you one thing Abrabo ayeboy say the year donkuma etimi no bitimi plantain no kene di mun common the roadmap of Kedia compare kwa Japan donkuma ni nyae no saa so na MPP in Ashanti region you might feel and think say o sada no amo say o na Franco ni Shabu am rebel leaders Franco ni Shabu person the MPP co-opposition Aside now sort it in Painfono these are regional executives for the party or whom you know Franco ni Shabu there one person would destabilize the party no Shabu I want to tell them this they also have confidence in us.
Yes.
They know so we are telling them the truth. They know so we are telling the masses the kind of problem for the new patriotic party and we have to salvage the problem. Shabu, my main class I'm sure. If the we MPP ni bi na se wo tie ye. Another no ka say. MPP for akwa meeting. Meet to makwa nyina ne say every good thing, every good policy should be allocated to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Tie ye.
At the papa bia.
Should be go to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. At the body be function another than Kwakufado. I'm saying this on authority. They had a meeting. And meeting no matter catch at the body be an young farmer and I because another or coffee. And on we no pen kwan yam famra. So look at this. Me come when I be say some so the actual. Mahmoud Bawumia catch us about abolish sports ya bet. Me why friends say tax me boy. E-levy me boy. Now no say LGBTQ plan me boy. This threatens market. Mark my ways. Me say a plan well orchestrated well rehearsed you know makwa Shabu mama nka asem kiro omo na podin wo kroma the kind of confusion the problems of the NPP will not just be compounded it will be over compounded
because American reconciliation in CP
what is reconciliation be
na reconciliation upon much am untumi aboka o
reconciliation be
na untumi so ayes obepay ni ba
reconciliation be there is a friction serious problem out the new patriotic party in Ashanti region.
Because just a common
just of running mate. And I'm going to explain to you. The other kind. So when na some kobona put in say king. Ora ni dini time I want to me will feel betrayed.
Yeah. Let me say I want to me body can say. Ti ebe bona podin. Ama want to me ene ya yuma na obo dia me ahwe.
Thank you. So say na omo bona podin a napo yenya born in I want to me will feel betrayed. Yeah. Because want to me I sacrifice a lot for Mahmoud Bawumia.
And I want to can say born in or feel betrayed. There Napo actions afterwards no. Ema want to be
I don't want to remember betrayal because we feel the kind of commitment and dedication and acknowledgement and support I've done for you. Nipa no mpemasem. nipa okoma kokaska se koka metumi as a regional chairman nipa na me bra nyina manhia me ko nyina no is in relation to a point here
Yeah.
won to me brank ye twa nasu ye se mani nsi ashantere nyane sa no mane biem no it was in relation to napo mo running mate hun sensem ketewu ye se napo aba one misa no question ada nte one misa no question one time mo napo aba so that is the problem ekoye ye kokoso hene ne sa no mane nyina ye ni ba na kwa kopie mu fikesim asem kese and utie and the owusu a who is the special aid the way you correct special aid a strong confidant edma wuntumi a was say the course on he even declared war on the general secretary of the New Patriotic Party.
Yeah.
Let's be honest and sincere. The general secretary is a boy of already Edinapo.
Yeah.
Napoba, Napakura. Do you get my point? Nanabi, Napoba, Napakura. And the one may be at any free bar. Even if you go to a top Okrana, they have issues over there.
Yeah.
Because what here they are branded and they also can. Or feeling that the kind of problems I want to me coming in imagine secretary could not access one man is a free one is in relation to the loyalty to referendum.
Yeah.
Do you get a point? No. And then upon call for so I give me say be any we are swim. Every moment won't to me can be any we are swim. Because what you want to me and then time I turn to my summer walk and was say Pin was a Lancaster. Want to me told them point blank as one mamma book and more book a double portion of a mediano. I'd also be Chame Kadiamame, my jama, what toe, and that's more book a double the ecoso.
And the chairman fee you say she answered 5 billion.
Yes,
over January sign.
What's I
say in fact Napo. For we are not in say ABA, yeah, your input, your contribution, and to me must say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, a choosing Napo, na neck. Bet me kate bia homonyen ntim but ye ma party for no ehu e bia ye privy to some information munya privy to ye ma party for more for hu say and some say na ekoso na so mo bo wi a the applications is omo tuma so adama so no
Shaibu
Franco
and adam ni ukasai if you look at the New Patriotic Party in Ashanti region if you look at Obi Tise Napo any Adichuma when Adichum was the saying the deputy minister
of education
he was getting all the praises because Obiam said this is one person or an expert in that area. Napo had issues with it.
Yeah.
Okay, Aduchum. The problem with Napo is because maybe Napo Nengano, but people around Napo always create problems.
Or Joe Shine.
So and also now Saibu. If you look at say your Bonapodinia, Obi to say Chama won't
me pese video the former general secretary was say any be a birthright say be choosing as running mate na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or choose the wrong person neck bit man reject only joy for the team.
Like I said, it is nobody's right to become a running mate. You want to become president, contest, we open nominations. So this noise about I should have it, I should not have it, and creating all kinds of challenges, I think that is something that must be stopped. Because even if the flag bearer chooses one person, which we've seen over the years, National Council can decide that no, we won't go with this person. We'll give you the opportunity to change the person and bring another person. We've done so. In 2008, we did it about 4 times before we arrived, because even in terms of the equation, Dr. Baumia was nowhere near who becomes our running mate at that time. It also happened to us in the year 2000. In terms of equation, if we wanted a Nodna and a Dagomba, it is not Aliu Mama. We had people, we had Malik Alhassan, who was then the youth organizer of the party, was the MP for Yendi. We are talking about Yendi. But in the wisdom of the flag bearer and the National Council, yes, there were some few grumblers. At the end of the day, when the decision was made, we realized that that decision was the best decision.
Do you former general secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Adrian Kessie, or the party need for position?
Yes.
At the bar power.
Yes.
And on Sunday, they will call the second term and a coalition and lose. On watch and no shakwa, watch that or Mampinuku for time.
Yes.
And then another time.
Yes.
And why permutation.
Yes.
Or so more for a bit, my said, you bit my sweat munina. And he said, Dr. Mahmoud, in fact, with Miss Munina there, and the peace, Beba. But still, I put a band. It's a party pain for some neck. And Dr. So man, think it deep. Yeah, we are not here to project a duchum. We are not here to be a tarnish the image of Dr. Matupukome. But by be a dune, my reconciliation, yet the MPP, you perceive brick 8. The perceive my part knew by beer and net running meeting. a DNP ko do an Ashanti region.
Shaibu.
Franco.
Mamen Kasema, then I give my opinion on this.
Okay.
Running mate issue. It has gotten to a point that there's a serious compounded problem between the regional minister and the energy minister.
Now I said running mate, energy minister,
Yes.
regional minister on pre.
Thank you.
How?
The regional minister, whether concorded or reality, is in camp and in bed with Aduchu.
I also support it. I do.
Offering regional minister offering. Aduchu free.
Also feel was
I want to be free. Thank you.
Oh, but send the say she ain't American say. Just include your free for.
Ashanti region.
Chama won't do free for.
Ashanti region.
But just go to your collection. Chama won't do
no Kutia. Now, if you look at Obi to say Simon or say Mensa, who proposed for him to become the regional minister?
Won't to me.
Thank you.
So, won't to me, Kata was OT.
Won't to me, Papa, no. Won't to me, Papa, no. And if you look at Aduchu, he's a fine gentleman. Open nipa ba kwa medabia make say if you look at Ghana politics open jana unya ne ho asam nka he's one person
but Mr. Duchu in the cloud no form.
Shaibu, who was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? Was he having clouds? Who knew him?
Temple will be a silent person.
Shaibu, me say if you look at the problem akwa men na nura ya kwa ECG boss e wa Ashanti region.
And here President Kufuor here e bi say oya kekra.
Yes.
And choose
Baumia.
No, Baumia is able to take whether good or bad instruction from the leader. But I don't think Napo will be able to take.
That me catch you say. Napo naturally feels here wono. Sana papa yo hene.
Yeah.
Meboa. He is coming from the powers of giving direction. Sanko no. One, baby ofi. Omo dey give authority and direction. As one make it him fear for mama. Ye tete omo free and him fear for no. They always give direction. Kona kwa sadi we mame. Kona kwa sadi. Shagbe bia won kan okre. People who are close to Napo, so more kasa no aya hu ni say. No be objective.
But this is the time he's becoming the running mate. And as a running mate, we can say,
Obesa.
Only Anto Abama, men Anto Abama my position. So Udi Agwa can even change.
It's not easy.
I can
it's not easy. If Napo becomes a running mate and eventually becomes a vice president, it's not easy. The class of Napobe Kata Mamu Bawumia.
How? And I'm running mate as a president more vice president more you might show the Okoye. Also, I don't know she will show better president in the president. Medina Memfa.
Shaibu, I saw make a site with you. Mr. Fisia Wunapu. Our Muwo now baby say he has always been given instructions.
And do back say Napobe running mate ya. And what I said, Mercy Muhammad.
Me say bad thing.
Better Muhammad.
Me say a bad thing. A bad danger, my doctor.
Two politicians this year.
Shaibu, they should not try it. Because I'm not trying side here we are. Where? Sabawumia is smart. I want to know onye. Why are a lot of people pushing for the agenda of Napo? That's why I make a choni. Now, Open Nipa Bakwa now is more popular in the new Patriotic Party.
Apart from Kendi Napo.
Thank you. Sani Pano. He becomes a person who has a larger constituency in the party. Remember, if you touch him, you touch a lot of people.
So in this sense, it just say, and one farm man a lot of people will say we will not campaign.
Then bypass the two of them. Why don't you bypass the two of them?
Still, I want farm man.
Why don't you bypass the two of them?
No, farm
not maybe. Now there's a division. Division in is between the two and no running in Napo. Boom to me no more ye another regional minister akwachi obi say ECG boss there ben so akwa dum say wo Kumasi technical there ben akwa dum mo light yan is in relation to this kind of stuff. Why don't you bypass them and have your freedom and have your liberty? And so make I want me nyade say chaibu and them no me no priade gidi abra e bia the Austin so ba Austin ho ode ne e bibia ye pe. And then because be Austin your chain so kakra bi but Austin who niasama why don't you go and pick the person whereby you can even control the person
but we also hear vote in Ashanti region and a win Ashanti okay those say chama won't me so on the base
when I walk on empirical research ben and why am who say a lot of people are calling for Napo to be the running mate
na me bo since when a running mate e be context
and maybe say
because and they say market women for so say
omo poba because NDC for you oba omo so nyi oba ofi Ashanti region in the island people kana say
David nza pare
mami baby we nya dru ndo beti ma ko 275 constituencies
now them say with that promise na about me here no The woman too also did a job in the Central region. Okay, say that this senior journalist on the show must say. Oh, why I say, and Kofi no supported Alan and the Ken or deflected. Eko Baumia. Defected to Baumia camp. Maybe I know much a Ken at now it was being sponsored by the chief of staff. On a shake in also human as the defections and their cost will be and was a grand scheme. Obisu agenda also yen.
The NPP, Baby Omadruno. This election is the most dangerous election since 1992. This election, Shabu, the most dangerous election since 1992. NDC, those are not better. Muchira will say, almost about to move here more, maybe culture or some more cocas about no money. I told my supporters, Sabanu, you Meboa. One to send nurse and another easy for some machines.
Yeah.
One thing,
is it verification?
Some say
DVD.
Good. Now, if you look at the NPP, they say they want to break the 8 unprecedented in the history of Ghana politics. The NPP is bringing a candidate who hails from the north. The NDC is bringing a candidate who hails from the north. Second, now we are doing religious politics in Ghana. Where you Muslim, where you Christian. Christian forces, there be Muslim forces say. So if you look at this kind of election, Shaibu, we need a free and fair election. And then your running mate can make and unmake you. Or running mate can make and unmake you. Me Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. This is a free advice to Baumia. If they want to break the 8. If they want to break the 8, Shaibu, ubodi ni ya. Na nesa am confirm me no nyina atnase. No akaje se me hia mo moa. Because me nya modin kra na ntokwa esi dada. Me ko bomudin a anhwe asante region problems here compounded. Unim na akọbọ adutwum din. Na ponkofo no mo be na me say adutwum kra ba yem education minister. Teachers for cause strike. Ko hwe na ponkofo de no mo twetwe no Facebook. Go and check Vincent Asafua. Ye MP o Tafo. And friend no,
Tafo Pankrono.
Tafo Pankrono. Time omuka so omukọ no. Omukọ yi omuka so omayi GS boss Eric Nkansa no. Go and listen to what the guy said. Damning statement about Owurani din edi adutwum. Ene kwara running mate inside nsem nyamayo. E ba kire yesi sa nkofo na omo hihye kire so omo mpema Eric Nkansa e ma GS boss no. Na ni nya ye na ponkofo no omo hihye kire omo pushi sky pompi catch omo say mo ntiase.
Omo say ke pam adutwum.
Omo say pam adutwum.
Enye omo mpani gidia no omo mpani busa adutwum adentan na.
Ne say the president even lost faith and confidence in adutwum. For some time because na putting him call for Shajuma. Na putting him call for Shajuma.
And then so gizo energy sector so adutwum call for chama wuntumi and regional minister so share chire.
Regional minister said he will lead a demonstration against Drikoni ECG. Oman for timetable am say dum light on montiase. He's coming from the blocks of adutwum. Obenya wuntumi oni na po fili where glaring obi an hu be say there is a problem between Napo and Owurani din edibu ntumi because of adutwum. Obete you say ayi jabi chairman he's in line with Owurani friend ntumi ebeba bonti abeka say Napo so afrefre nkofobia kojoka de fie okona akosign petition say yema ono mo Owurani meter 5 billion tetiska 5 billion na 500,000 Ghana cedis and issues with Shaibu omo problem en so video. Look, I'm not very serious. Omo problems.
Mo ana mo accuse you say omo ton running meeting.
Tom. So Tom so baba on say.
And that's mo ton.
Omo say dia omo so running mate omo ton. Omo so running mate is for sale. Won to me say the highest bidder. What this kakese beba no. Say nipa na be ye. Me Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. To play is safe. Saibu, to play is safe. Me mari ka to say.
But me bo. Na say regional minister so ase me kwachi. ECG ni pass wa disconnected. KST1. What has it got to do with running mate?
Shaibu, maybe my name is Wasem.
Meet you.
Another day, the regional minister is a minister.
Yeah.
Or energy minister who hails from the Ashanti region. ECG is a subset under the energy minister. Mebwa. Shaibu Ghana ha. Open nipa ba kwa one. Me so only emotional intelligence the regional minister.
Only emotional intelligence.
Emotional intelligence only be. I'm telling you. Nibufua, he just take any action you person open. As a leader, that be a Kasha Shaibu. Who person who pay your money scanning to me. Give the person money and power. Simon Simon's, I mean, Kassam Show. One NPP was in opposition. So at time HFM, near yes, I keynote near you. Or bonus when you would come up a pay Brennan Massey.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Sometimes no, you saw a be Land Cruiser be.
The all free power mo de ja mo.
Yes, Shaibu, or bounce or brand once. When NPP came into power, the kind of a normal or exhibiting, I am beside me who say I as a chance say. Oba Kaya Shaibu, when the regional minister first became the Obudemba in 2017, Ashanti regional minister scatters noisy church service. 25th November 2017. We have one so on the fear one maso.
Yeah.
And I say I saw be my pastor and credit farmer Shaibu. A battle BBB. Better House of Better Ministries. And no one maso high tension. A whole regional minister feel. And a regional minister say wada. Dana wada nkofoni ye de dodo. And what catch on so man yai de na. Obetu tutu machines.
Omotwa.
O ka wie ye no ko e. Say nkofo say all night no mu use de yen. Who say noise on. Noise e definition baby.
Yeah.
Wadi a wo hu say nyansa ma no. It might be noise to someone.
Yeah.
Anonym.
Yeah.
E be asam kwa na ye discuss e noise the mobi. But obi so o ye nyansa sam de man. Ebi asore for ne de bomb pa o ma dwe chom so mu kan yansasem omni nyame di nkomo but regional minister so say yenkwasa dede no moye because people around people want to sleep regional minister yama RCC dan e wo so mpe ho ope wankasa wo fie e na odam wo se dede no moye ho na regional minister kwa no kotutu machine
o wura ho se ya clean o speaker we ya no wo wura fa mpomam o tie tie ankonya so obubu nkunya
na fe wo no ma wi na Shaibu na e say the regional minister only sa emotional intelligence he's easily carried away. As the temperament was so, Adebiano go and arrest them. Go and ID. Ashanti regional minister chastises unpaid school feeding caterers who besieged regional coordinating council. Hey, one guy says we say my omuye school feeding. Almost say cover by years ni into omoka. And if you look at the region, the president of the region is the regional minister. The president of the region, only the regional minister. Because the president have been doing so in the name of region. Omo kwa ne nchen se papa ye kwa kokan how dey akere no Shaibu no da so no also mo mfuru okra nko mo mfuru nko no oni sa daje no kra
ontimi so sasa
ontimi so sansem hunu ne so this
mo
is
ba ma mo na mane
ne okay asemi ampa that is the regional minister Shaibu
Franco
the regional minister I will lead demonstration against ECG Greco overdoom so Ashanti regional minister DT the double standard from the regional minister baba be true Shaibu oba kaya mrebi regional minister so mo koto road tours de be akwan omoye omo ko ye na nkofo bi di koku ahata ho ka di bufu ya ma ka so mo nche nkofo no
to ni arrest
we ya be arrest we ya be arrest asem ne say Shaibu asem nyina ne say
na o ka say maybe o si fm for o ka say mi omo ho na last man tell me mo kokod and am so ma we ka guide ko omo ya no
na Shaibu asem ne say asem nyina ne say de ekoso ne say. Now, if you look at Oriani Din Eddie, your friend say, Adokufo. Yes.
Adokufo.
Or a chancellor.
Kumasi Technical University.
Anna, or my friend born a man say Babicho Molite. And he placed a call to the regional minister. And the regional minister can so for a few minutes, he will get back to him. Me say the regional minister didn't have a problem. Or friend of post and a quamfa.
Okay.
Na quamfa. And then run and quo. For the past months and days, I'm saying this on authority. Because there is a friction between the two. There is a problem between the two. And the Omuye or friend I fan. Anna or cast or yeah, no ECG for a number of catcher mine is a regional manager and say they should go on the light because school for the day. Eddie Suyadia. Tommy Suyadia and Yasom Coco light. See you. And also catch on say and no more pay. It is a directive and instruction
from can for be be sa kanyo mo
enti omuntimi nya ho regional minister see a community kwa pa
so omkochi akwa no
Shaibu this is a regional minister who is saying he will lead demonstration against ECG ni Greco mebo
omududum kania no down monka
ECG ni Greco ECG di Greco ka 2.4 billion Ghana cedis
timintua
on mintia mama nka sam kire regional minister dem no ye na me sentam so he lacks emotional intelligence mama nka sam kire Ghana, there were 3 arms of government.
Yeah.
You have the judiciary, legislature, and you have the executive. My main class among children. None wonder. Okona kopiemu akra. When it comes to the legislature, omo shamrana. Shaibu, menu kasa ECG ekotu omulaiti. Parliament House. Parliament House.
President odasi enkoche ECG boss.
Me say,
Speaker odasi enkoche ECG.
Ghana's ECG costs electricity to Parliament over 1.8 million debt.
Abanbabe oye the third man no.
Me say
Wa instruction what ECG boss.
omu tie manen how ECG to disconnect 91 hospitals across the country over 261 million debt.
And the Minister of Health and
Tie,
instruction what ECG boss.
ECG omu yobi surgery ya doom light. Now one tia say setama ho ba bi
Yeah.
incubator ya
Yeah.
doom no. And my from you man nkasa yo. Na school fees na ya san KNUS enko wa mo jom de yede.
What I can university.
The regional minister is saying say and he's going to lead demonstration because light na nyina so. E scan near the to light no. Meboa.
Yeah.
If sanko for the can 1.2 million Ghana is 12 billion. Na so muntimi Ghana say kwatwam light ma dey na akoso. Now what that class sports stadium. Omo ka 400,000 yakwa kwatwam. Yakwa kwatwam. Dano omo bisa ECG boss no question Borare.
Yeah.
Was a chairman. Na dey benti na no kon ya culture parliament for light. No say na parliament for no mo ere, so no mo ye adwuma. Was ECG for so no mo ye dey.
Ese ye adwuma.
So
Utie aka kese mbo Ghana Health Service be a police. Time cut on. A police for kwara kani kwata ban ti o mo kan mo. Okọ police house wa. Fridge dada, air condition dada, iron dada. Omo use because they don't pay light bill. Na emu kan boa no a Shaibu de ka 100 cities nearby betwam. Franco de ka 50 betwam. E ka kese mo ntimi kom. Visa mo koso a Asante Regional Minister. Now, Asante Regional Minister, I don't even understand him.
in that me say he lacks emotional intelligence. Timene Baumia to play is safe, not to have problem because the regional minister is the head of the RESEC. Election will be here input meboa.
Yeah.
Meboa. Ashanti regional chairman won't be here input. Napo as the energy minister will be here input. These are big men in the party. For you to have a peace of mind. Now you be any problem. No be na ho de be na ye unprecedented say breaking the age. That's why possible. Many I'll bypass all these two people. Look for one person who hails from the Ashanti region. Then I make him the running mate.
Okay, but that's it. Abushan for we say Franco the hitter. Na ye nuanom Joy FM for eto mo nsa e de frɛ penny back about ECG for Ekucha
Michael
Kumasi
Yantichi, who
Technical
joins us on the
University.
line right now. Mr. Yantichi, thanks for your time. You're on Top Story.
For a place to call.
Yeah, good evening.
So can you confirm if indeed what we're hearing tonight indeed happened last week when one of your members was arrested?
Yes, indeed, this unfortunate incident happened. The general manager for ECG Ashanti East, who is doing his legitimate work, had this unpleasant situation of being called by the police to come and make a statement in connection with the disconnection of power at the Kumasi Technical University.
And what was the reason? What did the police say was wrong with that action? Did they charge him with anything?
Well, when he got to the police station, according to the report we have received, the regional minister called the general manager and virtually threatened that he should reconnect the power that has been disconnected to the Kumasi Technical University. And the general manager explained that disconnection exercise was carried out by a team from the national level. So it wasn't something that was within his purview. And so if there is any intervention, it has to come from the head office level. But the regional minister did not accept the explanation and rather indicated that he will call the police to arrest him for trying to create a public disorder. And true to his word, the general manager had a call in the night from the police that he should report. And by the time that he received the call, he felt that it wasn't appropriate for him to go to the police station at that ungodly hour. So he did indicate that he will come in the morning, which the police also agreed. So in the morning, he got to the police station, the Zongo police station, and then he was actually more or less asked to make a statement to the effect that the police said they are investigating the case which has come before them, and the complaint has been made that he has caused the disconnection of the technical university, which is trying to create public unrest. And so he was made to make an official statement and was given a self-recognizance bill. And we feel that this is very unacceptable. This is somebody, a public servant, his official work. And this is not the way he has to be treated in a situation like this. And we think this is most unfortunate for a political authority, a whole regional minister, to take such an action against a public servant who is doing his legitimate job. And even the situation where he is not the one who had even caused the power to be disconnected. We think such situations should not be countenanced. It is a clear case of abuse of power, and we strongly condemn this kind of act by political office holders.
I have tried to get the regional minister at least to get his side of the story. I've not been successful just yet. I've left for him messages to this effect. Have you managed to get hold of the minister at all to try and find out what really happened, at least from his side?
No, we are not investigating the matter to hear his side of the story. This is the report we have received from our member, a staff of the ECD, and that is the report we are standing on. We are not an investigating body to go and ask the side of the regional minister. This is what we are putting out, and we intend to make a public statement on this issue. And we think that such acts should not be countenanced, especially in a democracy where people are doing their legitimate work. They should not be harassed and oppressed in this kind of manner. He has committed no offense for which he has to be asked to make a formal statement and to be given or granted a bill, whether even it's on self-recognizance. We think this is an affront to the whole workers of the ECG. We strongly condemn this. If he had any explanation, he should put his side out. But from what we have received from our member, we find this very untenable.
You say the call that was placed to him was about the Kumasi Technical University and the disconnection that was obviously enforced there because they owed, from what I understand, 1.2 million. When this call was placed, did it force the ECG officials to restore power to the campus?
That was what the regional minister was directing the general managers to do. And he explained that the exercise that was carried out, which led to the disconnection of the technical university, was not done by his regional unit, and it was a team from the national level. So if there is any intervention, he has to call the head office or at the ministry level. But he will not understand any of this and try to use his coercive powers and cause the police to virtually try to arrest the general manager. And we think this is unacceptable.
You've condemned it, and from talking to members of the ECG staff in the Ashanti region, I get a sense that there's agitation. Some are even threatening that you should wear red armbands to show your disapproval of what happened. You are the leader of the group. What's the plan? What do you plan to do about this beyond the condemnation?
No, so we've been trying to calm our members down. We don't want this situation to escalate into any tension. We know the era that we are in, 2024. We are basically entering the political season. We don't want any hot issues coming out of this. So we want to put out a statement and draw the attention, especially of those who are wielding political power, that they need to be circumspect in the way they carry out their work. And then they should also know that public servants are doing their legitimate work. And for crying out aloud, everybody knows the effort ECG is making to also make sure that people who have consumed power will pay for the electricity. ECG does not generate power. It buys the power from IPTs and other suppliers. So if consumers will not pay, how do they expect the company to be able to run? And when things are not going on, these are the same politicians who will turn around and say ECG is not performing, so it should be given to private operator. We will not sit down and allow such things to fester.
You say your emphasis now is to get your members in the Ashanti region to stay calm. You think you can succeed in getting them to stay calm? Because I get this has become a pretty hot subject among members there of the ECG staff who are seriously upset by what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure when we put out our statement, at least it will assuage some of the apprehension and the feelings, and we believe that the statement will go a long way to make members know that they are not alone.
I mean, the regional manager in question, where is he now? Is he required to return to the police to assist with investigations further?
When he gave his statement, he was granted bail, though on self-recognizance. But then the police did indicate if there is a need, they need to contact him. They will call him again.
Has he been contacted since?
No, this happened on Friday. As of now, I don't have any information whether he has been contacted again.
He would definitely get representation in terms of counsel from your end, wouldn't he?
Oh, if it gets to that point, but we think that this is not a matter that should get to that point. We believe that cooler heads should prevail, and this matter need not proceed further, because this is not any offense that required any kind of police process.
The Kumasi Technical University, have they now been restored with power now? Have they paid even a part of the 1.2 million cedis they owed?
Yeah, based on some discussions, they paid some of the money, so they have been reconnected with power. And the balance has been scheduled for further payment.